Okay, so this is Dane, Cinderfella, okay? And this is suggested by Dirtcake. Thank you so much, Dirtcake. Let's go.
Once upon a time, Brooklyn was the scene. In the project that they call Fort Greene, and lived a young man, Cinderfella's his name. To make it interesting, it's me, Dane. I lived in a house with my two stepdads and two stepbrothers who treated me bad. I cooked, I cleaned, I scrubbed the floors, and I was like an Evan boy running to the store. My brothers, they used to boast and brag. We've got fresh gear and you've got rags. Even worse than that, to make me feel low, they gave me a straw hat while they had kangaroos. Girls used to say, Dane, you're so cute, but you get snow wrapped with them polyester suits. Well, one day up the avenue, there was a man surrounded by the Fort Greene crew. He said,
hear ye, come on, come on.
Hey,
the princess is having a royal ball. If you can rap, also dress fresh, you might win a date with the sweet princess.
Well, I ran home when I heard the news flash. I bust through the door straight to my stepdad. I said, stepdad, may I? And before I could finish,
hell no,
he replied, my brothers would get when they would get down. Even pops would get for a piece of the crown. They flaunted, they haunted, they knew what I wanted. We can and you can is what they taunted. They all stood there, laughing in my face. And as they walked out, they said, clean up this place. But I'm laughing in the day with that. Yes, I'm laughing in the day with that. When I struck, I hissed. They all tried to diss. I'd give them back if I had one wish. Before I could make my thought a phrase, there appeared a man from a puff of haze. He said,
what's up, Dane? My name is Herb. I'm your fairy godfather. You know it, word. Now, I came here with the main purpose of granting you your fondest wish.
I said, Herb, my man, just make me fresh. You know, I'm sure that I can handle all the rest. With a snap of the fingers, I began to shoot. And I was up and on my body, a slick silk suit. On my feet, there was argyle socks and a fresh pair of ballies from the bally shop. I showed him my hat, and don't you know, with a snap, the hat became a Kango. Once again, his hand began to flow. Then he changed my skateboard into a Volvo. He checked me over, passed me the keys, and said,
one more thing before you leave. You must return before the stroke of 12, or you turn back into your old self.
But I'm laughing day to day with that. I jumped in the Volvo, went on my way. I got to the party about 10, I'd say. It was after 11 when I rocked the mic, and by the time I left the stage, the people were hyped. The princess was staring in disbelief. Reflecting from my eyes were my goatee. She waved her hands like hello, hi. Then gave another gesture like, come here, guy. I left the stage, girl came in flocks. Fifth was swinging from the hard rock. I heard a sound, not a tick nor talk. Gong first bell before 12 o'clock. No time to waste, I broke out in haste. The princess followed in a futile chase. A quick steady chase is what I kept. Lost one of my valleys on one of those steps. For the Virgo, I continued my stride. About this time, I heard gong 5. I was down the block when I heard gong 8. And the princess screamed out, wait, 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 wait.
This is crazy.
But I'm laughing with things. Yes, I'm laughing day with things. I was almost home when my lock ran out. And there went my suit, my Kango and clout. My fresh Volvo also went too. And there was no denying that my night was through. The one valley shoe, the freshest thing I sported. Jumped on my board for home, I skateboarded. Made it to my pad, no time at all. Went to my room, or better yet the four wall. Hid the shoe away, still feeling pleased. Then jumped in my cot, just had some Z's. Early the next morning, when I awoke, I threw on me old slippers and me old house coat. Went into the front, my family stared at me, saying, wasn't that you? No, it couldn't be. They kept asking me as I did my chores. My butt was saved by a knock on the door. Who is it? That's what my brothers barked. The princess, the sweet voice remarked. She said she was looking for a certain man who could bring her this shoe like the one in her hand. The family ran around with their heads in the air, bringing her shoes from everywhere. She just shook her head in utter relief, saying, no, that's not the one that I'm looking for, chief. I ran in the room and got my shoe and said, is this the one you're referring to? Well, she said, yes, and you're so cute, but where's your Kango and slick silk suit? I put on
is lit. Listen, that was so cool. I think what I really loved about this was like how it had this like humorous kind of fairy tale type of concept flipped into hip hop, you know, and it's storytelling type of element. I think that was so cool. Like, and then you had this like clever wordplay and then very detailed narrative, and it really shows the personality and charisma. And I feel like that is perfect. Like, I really got to know Dane from listening to this. You know what I mean? By the charisma, by that personality. The delivery was really animated as well. Like, this was proper, and it had like a very like, you know, like in theatre. Is the word theatrical? Is that the word? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But it had that type of flow, like if you were in theatre, like, you know what I mean? And it was so clear as well. Everything he was saying was so clear, and I just loved the storytelling, like I said. So I feel like there was like 80s production, I'm guessing. So like this kind of like 80s drum machine type of bounce, which I thought was really cool. And I just really enjoyed this. I love how fun and witty and confident it was. So I'm very grateful that I was able to listen to this. Thank you so much, Dirt Cake, for sharing this with me. I really enjoyed this. Cinderfella. Hey, that was nice. That was really good. Pardon. That was really good.